Next up, we have Marc Cardinet. Marc is a sculptor and painter who has also explored other media, including multimedia, light shows, and leaded glass. After receiving his MFA in sculpture from CSU Fullerton, he worked as an arts lab technician. Now he has returned to painting as his primary medium and works from a studio at the E Street Studio Complex in Sacramento. Is Marc with us? There he is. Hi, Marc.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
Fine, doing great.
Great. And I see you have, I think I saw that one piece behind you on your website when I was looking at it earlier.
Yeah, it's a similar one. Yes, you did. Yeah, my website is actually on Facebook right now, Marc Cardinet on Facebook, which I've been posting throughout for the last few weeks now.
So is this part of your current body of work?
This actually isn't. This is a couple years old, and when I started, I did a lot of abstraction, and I started adding line and experimenting with line. And what you're seeing in back of me is, this one's called, this is The Dance, and this is 10 decades later, which we can talk about a little bit later, where that title comes from. But I started putting line back into some of my abstract paintings. So these were some early attempts, and so that's what you're seeing back there now. I do have slides if we get around to it. I have more slides if we.
Well, yeah, is that of your? Yeah, I'm interested in seeing or talking about what you're currently doing.
Yeah. Oh, would you like to see some slides?
Sure, sure.
I'm going to hit share here, see if this works. Go to here. Okay.
There you go.
See if we can get this to go big. Can you see?
Yes, I see it.
Great. I'm going to bring over the sidebar here so we can go. Now this one's called Rusted Square. It's 12 inches by 12 inches, and it's acrylic paint. And there's probably about 5 or 6 layers on this. And the layering is kind of how I work. I also kind of call it the used to be series, which is, it used to be one thing and now it's this, and it used to be this and now it's, you know, so I keep building on these layers. And this is one of the pieces I came up with. In addition to this, I'm also doing some collages, which I could show you if you'd like.
Yes.
Okay. These are, I had these on my Facebook page, and I also had them, I'm kind of answering the questions as we're going here. I know I gave you questions, but we're kind of going through it. I just finished a solo show at E Street Gallery where my studio is, and these were these 6x6 collages, which I'm going to show. Let's see if I can get this on here. And if I can get, I don't know if you can see, it says The Way Forward 6x6 inch collage. And these I've been working on for the last year or two, and going back and forth with, and I'm really enjoying these, and people like these too. They're kind of bite-sized, so I've sold a few of these, and so I'm happy with this. But it's basically what I'm doing here is I'm finding juxtaposition in imagery and time. So some of these things, images are you know, classical. Some of them are more Victorian, and I combine the two to come up with with these compositions. And I can show you another one. Let's see. Oh, this. Let's see if we can get this. Only get the title on this one. Let's see. I'm locking my cursor in here to get this title on here. Let's see if it shows up. Well, okay, this is called there it is, aromatherapy. And what I've did with this is an early one, and notice the lady from the 50s smelling that honey baked ham. And then the back is a Roman fresco from Pompeii. And I put the two together, came up with aromatherapy. So I kind of have fun with these, and what I'm doing is I'll get images together, and then I'll just start composing them. And sometimes I'll spend all day just composing images, and maybe come up with 2 or 3. And then as I go, I'll add more images, subtract more images. And then after I lay them down, then I go back through and I apply paints and stains over them and highlight corners and stuff to get them to pop. And so these are kind of fun too.
Yeah, that's great.
I can keep showing them to you if you want me.
Well, let's see one more and then we'll go on to another question.
I'm going to show you another collage, and let's see. Let's find. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying. Let's see. Let's do this one here. Okay, this is called Stargazer, and there's a couple things. You notice there's an antenna in the a telescope in the foreground here, and then in back of it is a kind of like an ancient observatory from classical times in ruins, and then there's a lady looking up. So it's this kind of once again juxtaposition of images from different time elements that I come up with these, and they're just kind of fun.
So can you talk a little bit about what your influences are and what inspires this work?
Yeah, are these still up, or do you want me to let's see, let me see. Take these.
Yeah, they're still up.
Let's see, hit escape here. See if it's, there it goes. Let's see. I'm gonna hang on for a second, let me just bring this up. Did I just lose myself?
No, you're still here.
There we go.
There you go. Okay, great.
I didn't know this. Okay, influences. Influences come, I've been doing art all my life. So of course, other artists, art history, and things that appeal to me, color, form, juxtaposition, abstraction, and other influences might be nature. There's a lot in nature, and as artists, we go out and we kind of see things other people don't see. And we look at things and people go like, why are you staring at the side of that building? And it's hard to explain to them. There's a lot of great design and color in this. And so those are kind of influences. And I always have one eye open for something unusual or something that attracts me. And then with digital cameras and iPhones, you can just click away, bring it back to the studio, run it through Photoshop, change it, and then add colors to it or whatever you want to do with it. And so that's kind of part of the working process too.
Mm-hmm. Do you use your photographs in your finished work, or are those for?
I'll use the, I won't use the photographs in finished work as much as I'll use suggestions of color. Like I'll go through and I'll tint things and change things and add the colors and change the colors. And then I'll go back, and this is where I'm kind of old school. I'll go back and with paint and translate those colors into acrylic paints.
Okay.
And yes.
So we're getting into your process now.
Right, we're kind of moving into that.
But that's great.
Yeah, and the process. And when I used to do metal sculpture, and because of resource allocation, I'm not doing that anymore. But I'd still like to do it. Hopefully, when COVID finishes, I can find another studio I can work through. Anyway, it was kind of the same process there, where you take elements and you put them together, and you find the positive, the negative, and get one element to set itself off from another element. And then you start, and in my case, welding away and fabrication. And then, so I've kind of translated that whole process into a 2D medium. And
I'm curious, I'm looking at the art behind you and your background in multimedia light shows.
Oh,
how does that?
Showing my age.
Yeah.
In
was that informed?
In high school, I grew up in the Bay Area, so of course the Fillmore and the Avalon Ballroom were going full steam. And there was a group called Albatross that I went to De La Salle High School who were really good at light shows. So became very interested in those. And for the people who don't know what exactly the multimedia light show from the 60s consisted of, you're very familiar with the liquids on clock crystals, oil, water, overhead projector. But over the top of that, what we would do is we'd have we stole bed sheets from, there were 4 of us, from all the white bed sheets from our parents' house, and had our friend's sister sew them together. So we had a screen that was 60 feet long, 20 feet wide. And we'd project with, we had 12 slide projectors, 4 overhead projectors, movie projectors. And we'd do this basically a video collage on those, on this screen for dances and stuff. So those were yeah. Now it's all computerized.
Right. No, I remember those days.
Yeah. So yeah,
I'm looking at those paintings behind you, and I see a suggestion of that.
Oh, that's funny, because yeah, I see it all comes through. I look at these, and I'm kind of going like, I just never realized that, but it's like, yeah, everything you have always comes out in your art throughout your life.
Mm-hmm. That's great. I just want to make sure we get in. Do you have any exhibits or future exhibits coming up?
Oh, I just finished like I said, a solo show at E Street, and we have a group show. We have some paintings in, but unfortunately, nobody can come to it because of the COVID. So the galleries are closed. And yeah, if you'd like to contact me, yeah, or to see paintings, you need to contact me through my email.
Okay. Why don't you share? Can you share that?
Sure. It's Marc, M-A-R-C, Cardinet, C-A-R-D-I-N-E-T @gmail.com. And that's it's my first and last name put together @gmail.com.
Okay, great. It looks like we might have one more question I can sneak in.
Sure.
What's your favorite material to work with?
Right now, it's I would say acrylic paints, inks, stains, and collages, and a lot of gel medium. And so I like building textures, and but basically right now it's acrylic paint. Yeah, after 20 years of metal and moving things around, and it's really nice to be lightweight and versatile. Mm-hmm. At this point.
And so right now, people can go to your Facebook page.
Right, which is Marc Cardinet Art. And I'm trying to post new stuff when I can. And I have a couple pieces left that I'm going to post, and then I've kind of posted away. So, but I'll keep posting stuff. And you can contact me through my Facebook page. It's a great way to get a hold of me too, on Messenger.
Okay, well, great. I'll ask you the same final question that I asked Judith is, during these times, these challenging times, do you have any tips for people to stay motivated?
Yeah, it's kind of like Judith said, just keep going. And if you get into an artist block, just keep, that's where the gestural stuff, just keep putting materials on the canvas, or, just keep making slop. And then out of that slop, just start editing, the good stuff out, and it will come out. But like Judith said, I agree with her, keep moving, just don't stop. And I take breaks and ride my bike and play my guitar and do other stuff, and that helps. So a versatile thing, but don't get weighed down or bummed out as much as you possibly can, and stay active.
Great. Well, I've enjoyed talking with you.
Hey, it's been great talking with you too.
You have a good night, and thank you for joining us.
All right, Bill, thanks a lot. Bye-bye.